Ben Shapiro, American conservative political commentator and media host. Hello and welcome back, you lovely faces, to another video here on the channel. This one, let's just say, is explosive and is absolutely fantastic. At the start, I did read out Ben Shapiro's, basically who he is and what he does. And I am a huge fan of Ben Shapiro, huge fan. This is the guy who shuts a lot of people down, basically with common sense, and he owns a website called The Daily Wire. He owns it with a couple of other people, and they recently put out an article, which was yesterday, regarding AH and Johnny Depp, and let's just say the article is beautiful, to say the least. So what we're going to do, we're going to spin on around and get into it straight away. For $33,000, you can now hire AH, who admitted on tape to doing this to Johnny Depp, to talk about DV. In perhaps the biggest waste of speaker fees since hiring a white woman to talk about racism, you can now shell out $33,000 to AH, who admitted on tape to doing this to Johnny Depp to talk to you about being a survivor. Just the opening one is just tremendous, I gotta admit. And no, she's not talking about Johnny Depp surviving her. She's still claiming to be this, bolstered by Johnny Depp's recent court loss in London. Johnny Depp has sued her and British tabloid The Sun over depictions of him as this. As the Daily Wire previously reported, Johnny Depp faced an uphill battle since he had to prove he didn't do anything. Proving a negative is nearly impossible, and Johnny was only able to prove he didn't do it to her in 2 of the situations she claimed, but that apparently wasn't enough to cast doubt on the rest of her claims. During the trial, evidence surfaced, showing proof that AH done this to him. Depp's attorneys presented audio of her admitting to hitting him. I'm sorry that I didn't, do this across your face in a proper slap, but I was doing this to you. It was not this. Babe, you're not this. She tells Depp in the recording. I don't know what the motion of my actual hand was, but you're fine. I didn't hurt you. I didn't punch you. I was hitting you. See, straight away, just that with there. And with having that Ben Shapiro and the Daily Wire, and also, like we saw earlier, the USA Today article, now we're getting tons of other people stating, actually, you know what? No. Why don't we believe that she actually is this person? But again, no, when you think about it, and when you think about what the media, the way they've controlled people this day and age over the last couple of decades now, we're going back the last half century, maybe even more, of where the media has basically told you what to think. Perfect example is with all of this and basically saying, well, she's a woman, she can't be this. And that's exactly how they've played it out. And, I've said it in a previous video where you've had tons of people, you see it everywhere now. You see it on social media. You see on commercials, there's shows. Men, stop being toxic. Stop being toxic masculinity. Stop doing that. Stop having it. Look at Gillette. Oh, man, that's not good. You can't look over there. That's toxic. So everyone is like, right, guys, men, boys, you can now talk about your feelings. If you need to cry, cry. If you need to talk about your mental well-being, which, to be honest with you, I'm all for that. If someone's troubling you, talk to someone about it, please. But then, when people do that, when the men do it, when men do actually go out there and speak about their feelings, or they cry, or whatever, and people see it, the media mocks them. The people who are all for it, the ones who are like, no, come on, men can cry, men can do this. When they see it on social media, they automatically start going on and laughing at them and mocking them. Why? That's because they're being told to do by the media what they need to do. This is why you don't see a lot of men doing it. And this is also the fact of why you see so many men passing on. That's why. Because of people like The Sun, all these other places, all these other news outlets, even AH and women like her, they don't care. They don't care about anyone but themselves. They're full-blown narcissists. So carrying on. So the attorney also provided evidence that she would stage this, randomly yelling, "Don't do this, Johnny," when the witnesses saw no such thing. A concierge at the couple's penthouse also testified that surveillance footage showed her sister pretending to do this. One of the testimonies come from Trinity Esperanza, who was the concierge at the penthouse where she claimed that Johnny Depp did this. Esperanza now questions how AH received the mark on her face she claimed was from Johnny Depp after reviewing surveillance footage from 3 days later when AH's sister, Whitney, the one who actually went to the court here in London and changed her actual statement to what she said before. Bit of a coinky dink. So, according to the court documents, Whitney pretended to do this. The Daily Wire, that's what they previously reported. Further evidence suggests that AH done this to Johnny while the actor was in bed and staged all of this she claimed he committed. Unaware that members of Mr. Depp's security team, including an 18-year veteran of the LA County Sheriff's Department, were mere feet away. She falsely began yelling, "Stop it, Johnny, stop it," Johnny Depp alleged in court documents. This interaction culminated with Miss Heard making false allegations that Johnny did this. He done this and he destroyed the penthouse. There were multiple eyewitnesses to this hoax. There's so many going on about all of this, and as they say by here, typically Me Too cases use multiple accusers to bolster claims, yet none of his numerous ex-girlfriends have said anything. In fact, many of them came forward to discount her claims. Ex-fiancée Winona Ryder and ex-partner Vanessa Paradis, who partnered with Johnny for 14 years, who is the mother of 2 of his children, both said the star was never anything towards him or anyone, and he was always the nicest person. I obviously was not there during his marriage to AH, but from my experience, which was so wildly different, I was absolutely shocked, confused and upset when I heard the accusations against him. The idea that he is this is the farthest thing from the Johnny I knew and loved. I cannot wrap my head around these accusations. That's what Winona Ryder wrote in court documents. Then it goes on to, it's from Vanessa now. I am aware of the allegations which AH has publicly accused him of for more than 4 years now. This is nothing like the true Johnny I have known, and from my personal experience of many years, he was never this to me or anyone. See, this is what the great thing is, because everyone's like, we're calling you out on your bullshit now, AH. But again, no, for some unknown reason. The papers, the news, all these stupid places who are sticking up for her. They just don't want to see the truth, because they all know if they come back and say, actually, we were wrong, they're going to look stupid. That's why they're all just, buckle down, guys, heads down, we'll just carry on. That's why they're doing it. But then it goes on, the outlet noted that AH and Depp are still involved in a legal case in the US, so the result of that case may impact other organizations' interest in hiring her in the future. And it goes, but hey, if you want to burn 33 grand, have at it. Which I absolutely amazing, and I just love it. It's just so good to see that, especially when you got someone like Ben Shapiro as well, and his actual company reporting on this. It just goes to show that everyone's actually like, you know what? No, we actually believe all the evidence he put forward. And again, like everyone has been saying now recently as well, the judge has even gone, yeah, everything that you've done is say, I do believe you, Mr. Depp, but again, I have to go with her. And that's exactly what they did. And it just goes to show how messed up the court system is. But again, no, we know who the judge is. If you are new to the channel, please like and subscribe. Hit that notification bell for future updates. And I'll see each and every one of you soon.